course. It's within each human being carries that unconscious conditioning inside. And one could almost say they are forced to act it out. And that's what gives people their sense of personal self. It's totally conditioned. So you have to be very alert to, in yourself, to catch yourself being in an antagonistic relationship with the present moment. Not saying yes to it, but meeting this moment with an inner no. And imagine living like that for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Sometimes covered up with a little smile. But you're just looking for the next thing to react to. And what that does even to your body, what that does to the otherwise harmonious energy flow that nature intended for the body, because what it leads to is a continuous physical contraction. So if you can catch yourself in that inner no to what we could call, and this is a wonderful expression, it goes back to the Buddha really, the isness of this moment. Buddha had the term suchness, the isness of what is now. And how mad it is to fight it internally. You're fighting against life. And the mind now says, yes, but there may be something happening that's totally wrong. Things happen continuously that the mind could call wrong. Now this is very important. Now we're coming to the core of the transition from the old conditioned state to what we could call the new consciousness that is already there, even at this moment, when you observe and recognize your own mind patterns. That recognition, that realization, the observing presence in you is not part of the old conditioning. And this is why it can feel so liberating even to be sitting here and to be hearing something that one would otherwise say, well, that sounds like bad news. But you even, in one sense it is, but when you see a deeply conditioned pattern in yourself, you have already stepped out, because the seeing is the emerging of something new, a deeper consciousness that sees, that witnesses an old conditioned movement in yourself. So when you sit there, and just to take a simple example, the traffic jam, as is in most people's experience, there are many worse situations of course, but the traffic jam can be pretty bad for itself too. To see the moment you're complaining internally, to watch that mind movement and then say, oh, I'm fighting what is. And you can see also the very same moment you see the futility of being internally not aligned with now. Out of alignment internally with now. And now the mind will say, yes, but nothing is ever going to change if I accept everything. This is a silly doctrine. I heard a mind somewhere saying that. And I'm not going to listen to this for one more minute. The mind will try to tell you that you will become ineffective when you internally become aligned with what is. You will become, the mind says, totally passive, nothing, you're never going to do anything again, because if this moment is fine, what are you going to do? And the worst thing the mind will tell you is that you will never going to get out of this moment if you accept it. This dreadful moment, you'll be stuck in it forever. One of my favorite films is Groundhog Day.